Today, we're going to learn about Queen Esther. She was such an amazing person. So, what happened was all the Israelites, they're all in faraway lands and they're all kind of dispersed. The Babylonians came and they took over Israel. And so, the past few weeks, we've been learning about people who are actually not living in Israel. The same went for Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, and Daniel. They're not actually in Israel. They were serving an emperor. Here, we're learning about the Persian king named Xerxes, and he had a beautiful queen, but he got rid of her and they had to find another queen. So they searched all over the kingdom, and Esther was chosen to be the new queen. Now, what people didn't know was Esther was Jewish. There were a few things happening in that there was a man named Haman who was a really high-ranking official, and he did not like the Jewish people. One of the main reasons is because Esther's uncle, uh, Mordecai, he would not bow down to Haman every time he walked by. So because Haman is very respected and very close to the emperor, anytime he walked by in the palace, everybody would bow really low. But Mordecai did not respect Haman, so he would not bow down to him. It might also be because he would only bow down to God. We're not sure exactly, but Haman felt very disrespected by Mordecai. Well, he convinces the king to sign a decree to get rid of all the Jewish people in the kingdom. Now, Esther is really concerned, and Mordecai starts mourning, and he changes his clothes. He puts on sackcloth, which is like animal's fur, but it's inside out, so it's really itchy. And that was a way to show that you are mourning. So he was mourning and he was really upset. He wouldn't eat. And then he tells Esther, you need to talk to the king and tell him to stop this, and you need to expose Haman. But she said, I don't know. If I stand before the king and I just show up without being announced, I could die. And Mordecai says, well, there's a reason why you are in this position right now. So if you see in this picture, you see that's Esther, and that is the king, Artaxerxes. And she's approaching him, but she's scared because she doesn't know if she'll live or die. Well, she does approach him, and she's able to invite him to dinner a couple times. And the second time he goes to dinner, she points to Haman and says that this man has plotted to get rid of me and all of my people. And eventually, Haman gets rid of, and they're able to form a way so that the Jewish people could fight back when they are being attacked. So this is all very eventful. There are so many things happening in the book of Esther. I really encourage all of you to read it. But the part that I want to zero in on is when Mordecai tells Esther, there is a reason why you are in this position. And the reason might be because you need to do something about this evil that is happening. And I really think that that's the case for all of us. You know, we are in our families, in our communities, in the places that we are for a reason. And we interact with our friends and our teachers and all different types of people throughout our lives. And oftentimes God places us in specific places for a purpose. Now, we all need to ask ourselves, we need to ask God, what is it that you want us to do where I am right now? How can I serve you? What is it that you want me to do in my family, in my school, amongst my friends? You know, when I'm playing sports or when I'm doing my homework or whatever it is, we have to be open to asking God what God wants us to do in any particular situation that we're in, because God might have a task for us. So we need to be open to that, and we need to keep that in mind. And I really encourage you, of course, go and watch this Superbook episode. It's amazing about Esther, and read the book of Esther in the Bible and find out for yourself. Bye.